Welcome to Module 9, Exploring Financial Tools and Functions. Now, you remember before we learned the payment function, the PMT function, which basically told us principal plus interest. Now, in this module, we're going to do a whole bunch more financial functions, and we're going to look at some of the ways that financial functions are used when dealing with loans, like an amortization loan, which basically means how much principal, how much interest over how much time you're going to pay on a loan. And we're going to do this from two perspectives. One, you as the borrower, one as you as the lender, right? So it's going to give us a lot of control of figuring out a lot of different things about loans, looking at declining balances, rate of return, depreciating assets, and stuff like that. So in 9.1, we're going to look at financial functions to analyze loans and investments, create an amortization table, and we're going to calculate interest and payments for a loan and investment. In 9.2, we're going to do calculations for an income statement. We're going to do interpolation and extrapolation of a series of values. Basically, in one, we have a start and end point, and it figures out what happens in the middle. The other, we start somewhere and we have to grow the numbers. And we're going to look at different ways to do that, either using linear growth by a fixed number or curved growth by a certain percentage. And then we're going to calculate a depreciation schedule, which is basically like an amortization schedule in reverse. In 9.3, we're going to look at different types of payback periods. We're going to calculate the net present value. We're going to calculate internal rate of return. And then finally, and this might be the most important thing you learn in this module, although hopefully not, we're going to learn how to trace errors using formulas, which means that there's a special feature that's going to help us find where is the problem in your sheet. And as your sheets get bigger and more complicated, sometimes errors are really hard to find, especially if they're copied over to hundreds of cells. So this is going to help us go all the way back to the beginning, find where the error is, and hopefully correct that very small piece. So I hope you find this useful. Definitely the check error part, and of course the financial functions is critical if you're going to be dealing with finances.